Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host, Red. We got a views today from Sigma Male.
She thought she could use him for a free foodie date, ordering without a care. But this man wasn't about to be played. He outsmarted her and refused to pay.
You know, I'm at work and I'm going through a bunch of damn near 88 texts from me and a young lady who I've been taking out, spending time with, good conversation, getting to know her, and it was a false alarm. When I say false alarm, she invited me finally to her home. Mind you, I've been taking her to dinner, movies, bowling, all on my dime, you know.
My man. Bowling?
I've been trying to put in that work to get to know her. No, not pressuring her, just, just networking, getting to know her. And she invited me to her home, so I'm like, okay, cool. She says, would you like dinner? She said, I'm gonna make you dinner. I said, okay, cool. That's cool. She told me, what time would you like to have dinner? I said, I get off at 6. And she said, meet me at Kroger. I'm gonna be in that area.
Just that already, so wait. You're gonna go grocery shop and I'm probably gonna have to pay for it? Like, my mind automatically thinks that way as soon as I heard meet you at Kroger's.
And Kroger's right off the strip where my job is. So I said, cool. I meet at Kroger, and I'm thinking she probably want me to come there, pick out a bottle of wine, even though I don't drink.
You can see the pain in his eyes. He really wanted it to work out, but as soon as she showed her true colors, he was reminded of the harsh reality, which is modern dating.
Or something to that extent. So she's not at Kroger. She's in a handicap spot, right?
What?
Huh? So
She
in a
handicapped?
nutshell, I tap on her window. I was like, what's going on, babe? She's like, get a shopping cart. We get a shopping cart. She puts some alcohol on it, whatever. And she's pushing it. And she was like, what do you got a taste for? I was like, anything. Some steak. I haven't had steak
I was gonna say
all
steak.
year. So we had got some
My
T-bone
man.
steaks. They were like $28 a piece. So she bought 2 of them. She got some baked potatoes. She got some carrots, and what else she get? Some asparagus. And she got some other little necessities. She's like, you want any dessert? I said, nah. But she got an apple pie for herself. So now,
Damn, a whole pie?
we ringing all the stuff together, and it comes to, matter of fact, she got all these seasoning. It comes to $72, right?
I don't like where this is going.
She didn't have seasoning at home? Like, maybe it was like a rarer seasoning, but she doesn't have normal seasoning at home?
And she looks at me. I tell you no lie. She looks at me while we're in the express lane, and I say, oh, you want to use my Kroger card? She's like, no, Stu, I got my own Kroger card. So she take her Kroger card out. She said, you're not going to pay for it?
Again, my mind goes that way immediately.
Is immeasurable.
And just like that, the disappointment sets in, erasing all his hopes and dreams of a regular, peaceful relationship.
I tell you no lie. My voice is still gone. I looked at this woman in her eye,
Demon!
and I walked away.
Dusty, musty, crusty. I'm glad this man run! DMC!
I didn't say no. I didn't say yeah. I just walked away. I'm not even going to ask you, was I wrong? Because
You're
God's
not.
my witness. I know I wasn't wrong.
You're not, brother.
You didn't tell me you wanted me to pay for the food. You just said you was going to make me dinner. This dating, this dating situation.
It's an evil world we live in.
He wasn't wrong. She invited him for dinner. She needs to spend the funds to complete the invitation. How are you going to invite someone to dinner and expect him to pay? The audacity is crazy here.
I don't like guys that are...
It's not even inviting him to dinner. It's inviting, I'm going to make you dinner. That's even a whole nother level.
boring. I really like a guy who can make me laugh and who every day is an adventure.
Every day is an adventure?
Yeah, even if it's a small adventure. I like somebody who can keep my attention. I get bored really easily.
For the other girls at the panel here, do you get bored really easily with guys?
Yes.
Or you said that, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, you get bored.
Yeah.
Didn't you say you got bored with your guy? Why y'all looking to us to be your entertainment?
You know
like,
what?
have you heard of a Netflix?
That is true.
I don't know. It just happens, you know? You just get bored.
You get bored of them.
Yeah, you just get bored of them.
Exactly. We're nobody's entertainment. We're humans with morals and values, and shall be respected, not used.
You know the real reason why dating nowadays seems like pulling teeth, it seems like it's the most hardest, stressful thing in the world? The men are bored. Yeah.
I beg your pardon?
And you're just some millionaire, billionaire? You broke, dusty, musty, crusty?
The men are broke, okay? They don't have it. They don't have it. See, back in the day, because we live under the patriarchy, especially here in America, a man assumed the entire financial risk of dating. And it worked back in the day because men had disposable income. Now, capitalism is crushing all of us. The men don't have disposable income. So they can't even afford to spend, you know what I'm saying, $40, $50 at the movie.
Back in the day, there was something called
$40, $50 to go to the movies? What freaking movies you guys watching?
respect and being grateful. I rarely see it now.
With a woman, unless they feel like they're 200% sure that it's going to work out. But the reality is, you can never be 200% sure without dating that person. Like, they're trying to skip steps instead of just acknowledging the fact.
Just like women trying to skip steps of getting a husband and just having men pay for them even though they're not even together. Yeah, we see women trying to skip those steps all the time.
They're broke.
Loser! You're a loser! Are you feeling sorry for yourself? Well, you should be.
Pretty nice here, huh?
From what I see here, this is a date, and by the looks of it, she has no interest in the guy. So we all can assume why she's there at this point.
Well, she seems like a great conversationalist.
Look, I get you a drink or something. I mean, I just ordered you water because I figured you want to look over the drink menu.
Maybe she's just shy. Right.
Sorry I couldn't get that reservation. I mean, we can go somewhere else if you want. I just want you to have a good time.
Well, the gentleman is at least trying his best, I will say, to make his date feel at ease, engage in conversation, feel more comfortable. Meanwhile, they're doing their best impersonation of a lamppost.
You look great tonight. I like your jacket. Is that leather? Your profile said that you love to go mountain climbing.
Her face says, I don't like this guy, but I like free food on dates.
Honestly, if I were the guy, I would have left by now and made them pay for their own food.
Tell me about it.
They do speak after all. It's a miracle. Unfortunately, it really didn't sound like they were apologizing for not only their overtly rude behavior, but also for making a lot of women look bad. Because unfortunately, gentlemen, there are women out there that will date you just for the food. But
because they broke, dusty, musty, crusties.
Rest assured, they are the exception and not the rule.
Nice. This does indeed give women a bad image, but we know it's not a generalization, and women like this should be left to pay for themselves.
How much would your...
It's almost a generalization now. Like, so many women just use men for free meals nowadays. It's almost the norm.
Man have to make to be your husband?
Not much.
Not much? Nice. And why would that be?
Because I believe I'm going to provide as well. So it should be 50-50, I guess.
That's what I'm talking about.
I like that. So you're okay with it being 50-50?
Sure.
And you're good if you made more as well?
Obviously, yeah. Obviously. I'm a very ambitious person, so I'm definitely going to make more.
I like that. Are you in a relationship at the moment?
No. Single.
Oh my God!
Single, but providing for yourself, and that's what matters?
Yes, exactly.
Love that. You don't need a man to provide for you.
Not at all. Not at all.
Love
when
it.
he comes and he brings something to the table, fine.
Yeah, but he can bring more than just money.
Definitely. Yeah, it should. Yeah.
Exactly. I love that.
Character matters too as well.
Exactly.
And understanding, yeah.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Again, the 50-50 thing, it just makes sense. My mom worked all of her lives at the donut shop and then at the gas station. It's what they did. They built together. It's not like she was a stay-at-home wife the whole time.
God bless her, because this is what I meant by the exceptions. Good ladies like this are not seen when the majority is acting selfish, and she deserves the best.
Food, I'm hungry, and I don't want to leave the crib. She said, oh, sure, if you pay for it, I'll pick it up. So then I asked, wait, do I have to pay for it in order for you to bring me food? She said yes, because if I pay for it, it puts me in my masculine energy.
Stop it. Get some help.
Wait, so we've been dating for a little while? Hey, you can't bring me food? $20?
A smart woman might make these sacrifices because it's the way to win the man's heart, by gestures like this instead of being greedy most of the time.
Unless I pay for it. And to me, don't get it wrong, I was not mad at all. She still came over. I went and got my own food and everything. But it did make me look at her different.
Yep.
Because to me, that's a character flaw. Because if you only have the capacity to do something for me under the condition that it's reciprocated or that, like, I pay for it, that means it's not genuine, it's not in your heart. And to me, that doesn't work.
You're goddamn right.
Now, to me, this is a prime example, and I feel like this happens a lot, especially in dating, that you are expecting you from other people. Like he said in his video, he said, well, I'm the opposite, right? Because if the roles were reversed, he would have went and picked up the food and he wouldn't have asked her like, oh, well, if you pay for it, I'll go pick it up.
True.
But that's what he would do. And you're expecting that from her, but she's not you. So maybe she isn't a genuine person. Maybe she doesn't reciprocate that kind of energy. So you need to date somebody that does. And I feel like we be trying to force things out of people instead of just accepting them for who they are and just moving on to someone that matches your energy.
Yes, yes, yes!
I never thought of it this way. We mostly think the other person might have our same values, but that's not always the case. So instead of changing them, we shall just move on and find
You can't change them? Change them.
someone that is like us.
Really hate this thing that men do where they try and gaslight women about the reality of the world that we live in. Why is that the norm? Why is that the expectation? As if something called the gender pay gap doesn't exist. As if we don't live in a patriarchal society. Unless you are on the front lines with us, fighting the feminist fight and pushing for equal pay, I don't think any man should be—
Unless you're on the front lines fighting with us when it comes to wars, maybe you shouldn't be able to vote.
complaining about having to pay for your girlfriend or your partner. Like, what? Women did not have bank accounts like 50 years ago.
There were values and integrity back then. There is some left, but I can't speak for everyone.
We're literally still catching up. If you can understand that white people have a 400-year head start, and that's why black people have not been able to catch up with their wealth, then what's not clicking about women and dating and society? Men think that because they see a handful of successful women in media at the top that everything is okay. Well, we have black billionaires and black people have never been worse economically, so what now? Either way, I just want men to stop acting dense. You can be in an equal partnership and
Where are the dense ones?
it's fine, but don't frame it as something that it's not. You're simply just not a provider. Words have meanings. You can't redefine it just because you can't measure up to the standards. I'm mainly just talking about this because I really hate when guys try and make it about the economy. If you're suffering in the economy, then imagine the woman who's not even making as much money as you.
I don't know what the you're saying, but I know it's bullshit.
I wonder if she knows what she's talking about, or if she's just saying what she hears on social media.
She's just a broke, dusty, musty, crusty, from what I can tell.
Because there is nothing more shameful than to make excuses based on where you are at in life. There are many individuals in our same position, and they made it work.
The other day I discovered girls can actually just want to see you because they want to eat. They're hungry, they're in their house, they want to eat. They don't have anything in their fridge and they agree to go out with you because you are about to spend money on them so they can eat. So don't be that guy. Don't waste all your money on dates. Only go on dates, only spend money on those dates that you know you're going to take that girl serious.
Well, I'm out, man.
Can we please bring back men offering to buy you a drink at a bar. Like, as a grown man, why are you sitting here talking to me for 5-6 minutes and you have not said, like, oh, hey, what are you drinking? Or sent a drink over? Like, it's common sense.
Kind of gives escort.
I don't think so.
I don't know about you guys, but this sounds like desperation.
Wait till they find out the girls who accept cheap restaurants are actually the ones using them for a free meal. The girls who typically want fine dining are the ones who take themselves fine dining and go to fine dining with their friends anyway. Girl who already is able to do that isn't gonna need you for a free meal. Trust me when I say a woman is not gonna sit there through a whole dinner with somebody that I don't like just for food, unless...
Shut up. You literally use men that you don't like for everything. What are you talking about? Just food.
they're really needing it. And the girls who are really needing it will go anywhere. Men need to stop this narrative that just because she picks an expensive place or she wants to go to an expensive place means that she's using you. 9 times out of 10, that's her style. That's where her and her friends go. That's where she takes herself. That's where her and her family goes. Like, that's where she likes to go.
So that was a lie.
Even if her regular life is choosing expensive places, it's rude to do so with people you just met unless you're the one paying, which is sadly not the case here.
Girl expects you to pay for everything. Like for the dates, for dinner, for a new bag, for clothes, skincare, whatever, and it has you stressing, you should honestly just leave her, bro. Do the right thing. Leave her.
Yes! Hell yeah! Yes! Yes!
And you know what? I don't like to date my type of guy anymore because I feel like it's really boring because he treats me so good, which, like, common sense, like, you want to be treated good from a guy. But when you get treated good, it's kind of like boring. And don't hate me, but I do love toxic. And I don't mean like super bad, but I like some spice in my life.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
And yeah, that's why I kind of don't like my type of guys anymore. I like somebody who, like, I don't mean mistreats me in a bad way, but you know what I mean by toxic? Yeah, that's my type.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here.
I hope she gets help, because choosing toxic over normal is concerning, to say the least.
Someone's gonna turn into a 4 baby mamas.
More easily bored in relationships, men or women?
Men, for sure.
Why?
Because I feel like they get bored too fast.
Men are always looking for the next thrill.
A lot of people would answer, I guess, men are the ones who are easily bored because they cheat or they move on or they want to find another woman or that. But I would think of it as a lot of women are confusing. A lot of women don't know what they want themselves, causing a man to be confused of himself. So he can't really get what he wants from a woman. But that doesn't make it okay to cheat. But as a woman, I feel like they do get bored. They do get tired of hearing the I love you every day. They want something that's a challenge. They want something that they can't get. A woman's going to go try and get a man that they can't, or can do something better than the other man, and they can't get him, so they're going to keep chasing it. So I feel like that's why a woman would want more.
But why? It's easy to point the fingers and blame us, but the facts present themselves, and we see it daily. And the ultimate proof is that many ladies admit to wanting toxic and finding stable, nice guys boring.
So I would love to get married again, but now it seems like men don't want to get married anymore.
Nope.
Like, why is this? Can't we just get a prenup and be happy and be married? I get it where there's so many people that just live together and they live a married life, but they don't actually get married.
And what's the problem with that? You get all the benefits of everything. You just don't have a piece of paper to steal this man's livelihood away.
People at least getting rings still, so at least you can show, like, I'm taken when you're out and about. If you don't want to get married,
We do not care.
what is the real reason men don't want to get married anymore? Is it money? Is it they've already had half of their stuff taken from a divorce, so they're bitter? I'm really curious. I feel like the partnership that comes with marriage
You're just desperate. You're not curious for shit.
is just a little bit different than if you're just dating someone because they can always cut bait and jump ship because there's nothing to lose.
Oh, boo-hoo.
When you do have, like, skin in the game, I feel like people would be more apt to, like, work through challenges, try to figure it out to stay together, versus if you're never married, it's easier just to be like, okay, fight and run away. But Are guys really not wanting to get married anymore?
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. Let me tell you.
What seems to be the best joke lately is when they question why we are not interested, completely ignorant to all the issues the dating market has. But yet again, they should only blame their choices if they spent most of their youth chasing away good men.
The reason why dating feels so incredibly hard right now is because we currently have gender wars, but we also have an imbalance of energy. More men are now turning more passive, okay, which is deemed as feminine traits.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
And more women are turning more masculine. When you have gender wars, there will be no harmony. There will be no let's exist in peace. It's really every man for themselves. Women have got to a point now where they realize they don't need men for survival. So men are now panicking because in order for a man to feel good about himself, he needs to feel needed. But women don't really need you guys anymore. They don't. I know so many women who are like marriage-free, child-free, living life, happy, growing, thriving, like the list goes on. So this is the problem that men are having. The reason why it was easier for you guys to date women back in the day was because women actually didn't have options. They didn't have avenues that they can go down. So women were actually coming from a place of scarcity rather than abundance. Now, women have an abundant mindset. They don't need to settle. They do not. They actually don't. Men want us to settle because if women don't settle, then that means men aren't going to be picked anymore.
We do the picking, by the way.
When you wake up as a man and know your value and don't let anyone control your life, they call you feminine. But once you become a yes man to them, they like it.
I think that it is absolutely insane and extremely hypocritical for a lot of us women to go around demanding that a man have all of his together, that he have all of this money, that he have the nicest car, the nicest clothes, the nicest house, can take care of us and spoil us. And meanwhile, we turn around and don't have to offer this man in return but our vagina.
That's what I'm talking about.
What happened to sticking by your man's side and building him up? What happened to working together as a team to get those things? Why do we want the end product or the end results of that man, but we're not ready and willing to go through that struggle in order to make that man be what we want him to be?
Be nice.
She couldn't be any more right. Many ladies want the end product without the effort, and that's just unrealistic and sad.
So why does dating feel almost impossible for men in 2025?
Dating feels almost impossible for a lot of men in 2025 because, you know, you look at the average guy. The average guy isn't getting matches on dating apps. He's not getting stopped or, you know, getting a lot of affection from women in his daily life. You know, he probably doesn't have a whole lot of friends. And so he's online and he's seeing all of these gorgeous women, some of whom aren't even real with AI now. There's a lot of AI girls out there, edited photos and stuff like that. And they're just suffering this constant barrage of them feeling inadequate by what their life experience is teaching them versus what they're seeing online, which is like a lot of, you know, attractive women or couples or stuff like that. So they just kind of feel beaten down by it, you know, and it really does suck being the average guy who isn't taking control of their life in today's day and age. There's absolutely no sympathy for them.
That's the thing about being normal, right? When you think about just the hiring practices, if you owned a business, would you want to hire a normal person or someone that's like works harder than a normal person or does better than a normal person? That's just like how a lot of our mentality works. Even with women, do we really want normal women? We'll go with slightly below average in looks, but she's not going to be normal in all the other sense because we went down in looks, right? We want better than normal people around us. So make yourself better than normal. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that. And I'll catch you guys next time. Ciao.